What is up, guys? It's your boy Nick Torius, back again with another video, and I'm gonna be talking about college today. So hit the like, subscribe, comment if you're new. Subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it. I'm on my way to play basketball right now, so I look like crazy. But college, right? What is there to say about college, right? I look crazy right now. But college, right? Should you go to college? I was definitely one of the people who was caught in that whole YouTube shit. Like, oh, you gotta be an entrepreneur. You gotta have your own business. Don't go to college. You don't need college and shit, right? And the older I get, the more I realize, maybe college isn't that bad. Because I went to college, right? Like, my brother and my sister went to college. They're doing all right, I guess. I mean, I don't think it's for everybody, because a lot of people do get like pretty bored of it, I guess. But I could say I got a lot out of college. Like, honestly, I'd be like regretting that I didn't go to college, right? Like a real like university type. You feel me? Like, because I feel like I don't know, there's something about the college experience. Like, I did go to university, but I didn't like sleep in a dorm or stay, like watch football games or all that shit, or go to college parties like that at the campus, I just went to like community college, and then like my university was like down like a 20-minute drive, because I went to like FIU, so it wasn't, I live in Miami, so why would I dorm there, you feel me? When I went to college, though, I studied a lot, because I kept changing my major. Like, at first I was doing graphic design, then I changed it to first I was doing music, then I changed it to graphic design, then I changed it to 3D animation, right? And that's what I got my degree in. Then I did business, and I decided, like, you know what, this is not really for me. And it's not that business wasn't for me, it's just that I didn't want to do it anymore in that school. And then I went to university, and then I was doing computer science, right? And I mean, it was cool. I fucked with it. I mean, most of my classes were online, but and that's what really made me not really care for like doing it anymore, because it's like, damn, I'm spending all that, because honestly, college, like, people shit on college so much just because it's expensive. But it's like, my nigga, if you're paying that much money, you're gonna get something from it. Like, I don't care if college is 70 grand. You're gonna get 70 grand worth of whatever the fuck you're putting into it, right? Because I feel like the people that are like always complaining about how expensive college is, they're like, oh, college is so expensive, da da da. They're all the same people that complain about, I don't know, like injustices and stuff and freedoms, right? Because to me, I don't care that college is like, if I was gonna be a doctor, I don't give a fuck about going $160 in debt to become a doctor, because why the fuck would I not want to be a doctor? You get me? Because I feel like if you put in $160,000, you're gonna get out of it. You're gonna. Because I feel like the reason why it's so expensive is so that you can focus, right? Because whatever you spend your money on, you're gonna take serious, right? Because the thing is, people go to high school and they get free education, right? And they take it for granted. Who knows how much that fucking free education costs? Because for me, it could have costed like 30 grand, maybe 40 grand to go to regular school, and the taxpayers pay it. But I didn't say, I had horrible grades. I would skip all the time, and I would not take it serious at all, right? So the thing is, if you're going $70,000 in debt, you think you're gonna skip? You think you're not gonna become a doctor? Because the thing is, because you could be going to college and learn skills, be a doctor, but then you're like, you know what, I'm gonna just be a fireman, right? So it's like, all these people, you just used up all these resources to train you to become a doctor, and you're not gonna be a doctor. You know, that's super disrespectful. So yeah, but even still, like, cause college, I feel like it's so expensive just because they want you to focus, and I feel like that's a good reason to go and spend the money, because if you spend the money, you're gonna focus, right? Because when you think about it, you don't need college. Like, you don't necessarily need it. All you need to do is learn. But a lot of people don't know how to fucking learn, right? A lot of people, like for me, I didn't learn how until like a year ago. Like, I didn't realize, like, oh shit, you know what? If you learn, because I always thought that learning was just automatic type. Like, but I didn't realize how the world worked until now, and I'm just like, oh, okay. You have to learn shit, right? You have to learn skills. And the thing about college is that I feel like what people really are upset about is just the limit, right? Because college only teaches you a limited amount of skills, and we live in an unlimited world. Like, there's so many different things that you can do. Like, last night I was watching videos on how to make rugs, right? And I thought it was super interesting, and I was like, oh shit, you know what, that's crazy, because why not start that? But then I thought, damn, you know, I already start so many different things. Like, to make rugs, that's something brand new I gotta learn. That's more things I gotta, you know, because the thing is, when you're all scattered and stuff and you're not focused, it's hard to get good at something, right? And all you need to do to make money is just be really good at something. Because once it's like the Joker says in Batman, if you're really good at doing something, you don't do it for free, right? Like, you can get really good at doing something and then someone's like, hey, how much do you charge for that, right? Like tattoos. There was a time when I was doing free tattoos on everyone. I was just like, oh, I don't know how to fucking tattoo, let me do free tattoos on people. So I was tattooing them, and eventually I got really good, and people were like, oh, let me get this and that, and I was like, oh, I can't do that for free, I'm gonna charge you. And then they would pay me, and I would see how much they would pay me, and I was like, oh, all right. And the same thing with the interviews. Like, I was interviewing people for free all the time, and then people were asking me like, oh, how much do you charge for them? And I'm like, charge? Why would I charge? You feel me? And then I didn't realize, oh, I'm getting good at this, and now my value is going up, my rates are going up. Because when you're valuable to society, because you're doing something for society, so that's bringing your value up, right? So when you go to college, that's how people need to see college, right? Like, college, you just need it's not a place for learning, it's a place to increase your value. Because when you can put like, oh, doctor in front of your name, doctor isn't just like, oh yeah, he's a doctor. Doctor means, oh, he's valuable. This is a like when girls say, oh, he's a doctor, right? That's value, right? Like, when you're homeless, they don't call you a homeless Joe. That's devalue, you feel me? Like, you're increasing your value by going to college. That's making you go up in life, right? That's why they would always say, oh, go to college, go to college. The thing is like, yeah, you might spend that money, but because people only see time as linear, right? Because they're like, oh yeah, I went to college and then I couldn't find a job, so I went to Starbucks, right? Like, the thing is like, if you can't find, I feel like that's just laziness. Because if you can't find a job with your degree, you don't even need, because I don't know, I've never used my degree, and I've never looked for jobs with my degree, right? Because I always just already knew what I was trying to do. I was going to college just to go to college. So I never really looked up jobs for my degree. But I'm pretty sure if you have a degree, even if it's in liberal arts, there's jobs, like if you go on Indeed, sometimes they just need you to have a degree, right? They don't give a fuck about what it is, because like they'll have like, it says bachelor's degree, right? Like they'll be like, oh, bachelor's degree. I feel like people get upset. They're like, oh, $15 an hour for an entry-level position with a bachelor's degree, right? And they're like, oh, I worked too hard to get a bachelor's degree to get paid $22 an hour or $15 an hour. But it's like, okay, first of all, the degree is what gets you in the door, right? Because there's a barrier to entry. Because people don't understand that things, because look, it's funny, there's this new tattoo girl at my shop, right? At the tattoo shop I work at. And it's funny because while I'm teaching her, I'm like teaching her the things that I know about tattooing, right? But then something clicks in my head while I'm teaching her. I'm just like, oh shit, you know what? if I teach her and she knows how to tattoo, that's less money that I'm gonna make, right? So it's like, okay, if I teach her all my skills and she gets as good as me, that means that she could do the same tattoos I walk in. And tattooing is a very competitive industry, right? Because I be getting upset when I see other people that I tattoo that said they were gonna tattoo with me or whatever, get tattoos from someone else. So people, that's why these skills need a bachelor. Like, that's why these jobs need bachelor's degrees, because they don't want just anyone working for them. They want someone that can go to that invested their time and money in college and just goes, you know. It creates us, like, going to college creates a certain type of individual, right? Like, it makes you a certain type of person. It makes you someone that companies know are hireable, right? And it's funny because everyone's like, oh, don't become a corporate slave. Don't become a corporate slave. Start your own thing, right? But not everyone is cut out to be a businessman or to run their own shit, because it takes a lot of self-discipline in order to do that. And the thing is, it's funny because, like, I would always question whether or not I had that self-discipline. I was just like, oh, can I run my own stuff? Can I run my own business? And I can, and I've done it, right? I have gotten a little lazy sometimes, but the thing is like, when you're under that, when you don't have a boss, it's cool, but you're not gonna get shit done like if you had a boss, like if you had someone yelling at you. Like, and sometimes also it's cool to have like little jobs, right? Like little stupid jobs. Like, my mom would always get upset at me for having little stupid jobs, right? Like working at like restaurants or whatever. But the thing is, I like that because it will keep the fire under my belly, because it will make me realize, like, damn, I don't want to do this, right? Because you have to have a bunch of those dumb jobs so you can be like, I don't want to, so you know what you don't want to do with your life, right? Because if I saw myself working in those dumb jobs all my life, like some of those people that were there, I would hate my life, right? Like, I feel like the worst place I ever worked at was Shake Shack, right? Because when I was there, I literally felt like I was in hell, because all the employees had horrible attitudes. Not all of them, but there was this one girl, and she got on my nerves a lot. I literally felt like she got a demon in her. And she was like, why is this my life? Well, she was like complaining about her whole life. And I was like, God damn, this is only my third day out. It's only my third day on the job. And then I see this girl like complaining about her life. And it made me feel like, damn, I don't want that to be my life. Like, I would not want to be 37 years old clocking in that Shake Shack, right? And I always get this weird feeling whenever I see old people working in like jobs that pay like minimum wage and stuff. Okay, because to me that's, I always never want to be that. You feel me? I always try to strive for more. And I mean, I don't know. I feel like people just like get settled. But I feel like it's because they listen to like stuff about not going to college, right? And like the main points I wanted to make in this is because honestly, if it wasn't for me going to college, I wouldn't have met a lot of my friends, right? Like, college is very important for meeting people. You can meet people anywhere, but I feel like it's different when you have to see them, you know, every day. Like, I met my first girlfriend in college. Well, not my first girlfriend, but like one of my girlfriends that for a very long time in college. And I got my skills, like my girl skills and dating skills, they went up because of college, right? Because there's a lot of girls there in college. And also, if it wasn't for college, I wouldn't have been in, I would have started 6 feet, because I wouldn't have had Premiere, because my homeboy, he gave it to me because I met him in college. And I always think about that, like, damn, if it wasn't for going to college, like, there would be no 6 feet. Like, I wouldn't even want a tattoo, right? Like, I don't know what I would be doing. So just like in the parallel universe, Nick, that doesn't got all this shit on his face. He's just like chilling, like, not in college. Oh shit, that's so lit. He's like fighting. These birds are like hunting this lizard. It's crazy. But yeah, with that being said, that's my take on it. Like the video, we get to 2K likes. Comment what your thoughts on it are. Anything you want me to answer in the future videos. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll get back to you guys later. Peace.